إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه أما بعد. We have reached, with the permission of Allah Azza wa Jal and His kindness towards us, we have reached ayat number 16 in Surah al-Fajr. Allah Azza wa Jal, وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَا ابْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَهَانَنِ. And أَمَّا, as for, إِذَا, when, ابْتَلَاهُ, he tries him. It's the same as yesterday. فَقَدَّرَ, fa and or so. قَدَّرَ, not قَدَّرَ, but قَدَرَ. قَدَرَ here means, without the shadda on the dal that I was just saying. فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ. قَدَرَ here means to limit, such as when you define, we have the divine decree or predetermination. Then is something is defined or say limited. فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ, so he limits him, right? رِزْقَهُ, he limits his wealth. He limits his wealth. Unlike the ayat above, فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَمَهُ, so he honors him and he provides blessings for him. Here, فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ, then he limits his wealth. فَيَقُولُ, so then he'll say, Rabbi, my Lord, ahanan. Ahanan, coming from ha, waw, noon. Ha, waw, noon, meaning to despise or to disgrace. So, in the ayat before this, فَأَمَّا الْإِنسَانُ إِذَا مَا ابْتَلَاهُ رَبُّهُ, as for mankind, when his Lord tries him, فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَمَهُ, so he honors him and he provides him. فَيَقُولُ, so then he'll say, Rabbi, my Lord, akraman, my Lord has honored me. وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَا ابْتَلَاهُ, but as for if he tries him, فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ, and he limits his wealth, meaning he makes him poor, or he limits his wealth. فَيَقُولُ, then he'll say, Rabbi ahanan, my Lord has disgraced me. My Lord has despised me. My Lord has humiliated me. فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ, meaning to limit his wealth, to put him in dire circumstances or straitened circumstances where things are tight. I think the meaning is, inshallah, Rabbi ahanan. Ahanan, as we said, is from ha, waw, noon, form 4, meaning to despise or to disgrace or to humiliate. As for the i'rab of the ayah, then it's the same as the ayat above. Instead of fa, we have wa, which is harfu atf. Then we have amma, which is harfu shart with tafsil, meaning as for. And then we have either. Either is a dharf mansub. Either ma here is the harf zaid litawkid. ibtalahu. Ibtalahu is a fil mudari, a fil madi, a past tense verb. Ibtalahu mabni ala fatha muqaddara. As we said, this is really a ya here, but because of the ha. So a fatha muqaddara. And the who here, ibtalahu, who is في محل النصب مفعول به. فقدر فاز is حرف عطف. قدر is في الماضي مبني على فتحة. عليه is جار ومجرور. رزقه is رزق is مفعول به منصوب. إنها في محل الجار أو بالإضافة. فيقول فا is حرف عطف. يقول is فعل مضارع مرفوع. ربي ربي رب is a مبتدا مرفوع. And the ya المتكلم, I said مخاطب yesterday, but ya المتكلم, then this is مجرور بالإضافة. أهانني أهانا. أهانا is في الماضي مبني على فتحة. And the noon here is a noon للوقاية. And the ya is محذوف. The ya المتكلم is محذوف in order to determine the beginning of an ayah and the end of an ayah. This is the grammatical structure. You may need to see yesterday to make it more clear, but that's the grammatical structure. As for the tafsir, then we said yesterday, taking this ayah will help it, inshallah, to become clearer for us. As for yesterday, then we talked about when a person is tried by his Lord and he bestows upon him blessings, then he'll say, "My Lord has honored me." So, but this is just a test from his Lord with wealth and having abundant provisions. And he made him someone that has been given these blessings. So he'll say, out of ignorance, that Allah is testing him, "My Lord has honored me with this," thinking that this honor of Allah and this life and the blessings that he has is proof or evidence for his status with Allah Azza wa Jal. And today, وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَا ابْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَهَانًا. But as for when his Lord tests him and he restricts his provisions for him, then he'll say, "My Lord has humiliated me. He has disgraced me." Meaning, when Allah Azza wa Jal tests a person with poverty and makes things tight as far as provisions go, then out of his ignorance that Allah is testing him, he'll say, "My Lord has debased me or disgraced me by not giving me a bunch." There are some benefits that are quite nice that we can take from this. Number one, that the person who has been given the blessings, he should not forget that there is an accounting and it is possible he could be punished because the affairs are judged according to their final ones. So a person will be judged according to his final actions and not according to what he has right now. And the poor person, the one who is in need, he as well must not forget that the final true blessings and rizq and provisions are with Allah Azza wa Jal, and there is no limit to them, meaning in the hereafter. So, as well as in this life, maybe he doesn't have a lot of money, but he's healthy in his body, and his intellect is good, and his religion is good, right? And he does not have any major illnesses or sicknesses. This is also from the provisions of Allah. So maybe he hasn't provided with us money, but he's provided us with other things. So it's necessary to remember these things and not to think that just because I don't have money, then I have been disgraced. Also, for a person to say, my Lord has honored me because he has been given certain things in this life, then this is a blameworthy characteristic, because he's saying this out of pride. My Lord honored me. He's only saying that out of pride and thinking that he has a high status with Allah in this life and in the next, and thinking that he's deserving of this with his Lord. However, if a person were to say it, my Lord has truly blessed me. Allah has given me so many things, so many children, and health, and wealth, and all of these things. And he does this in order to give shukr, thanks to Allah, in order to speak about the ni'mah of Allah, as Allah likes for his ni'mah to be spoken about and to be broadcast, in order to show thankfulness and gratefulness, then this is not blameworthy. In fact, it's praiseworthy. Also, with these ayats, whereas when Allah tests a person by giving him something and he thinks that Allah has honored him, and then when Allah restricts his provisions, then he thinks that Allah has disgraced him. That shows us that it is obligatory upon a person to use his insight into matters. So he says, instead of saying, look, Allah gave me this, he must love me, he should look and say, Allah gave me this wealth. What does he want from me? He wants for me to thank him. Why has Allah tried me with poverty or with sickness or something similar to that? He must want me to be patient. So he holds himself accountable, so that he doesn't be like the person that is built upon ignorance and wrongdoing, thinking because he has something that automatically means Allah loves him, or because he doesn't have something that automatically means that Allah dislikes him. Likewise, it shows us that there could be some secret reasons why Allah does what he does, and that we're not able to comprehend them all. While the people of ignorance are not able to reach this kind of understanding, and they deal with things according to what would be the norm. So normally, if I like someone, I give them, and if I don't like them, I don't give them. But this is not how Allah Azza wa Jal necessarily does things. So a person should know that when Allah sent revelation to his messengers to warn them and to give them evidences, and the people of knowledge place things in their proper places. These two ayat, they teach us that we should look at not just the outward appearances, but also at the inwards of them. We should look at the bodies, and we should also look at the intellects. We should go from what is outward and say, mashallah, he has this. Why does he have it? Or I have this. Why do I have it? And go towards the inward, from what can be touched to what is intellectually understood. And to use our physical, tangible senses to serve our intellects. And to use our intellects to understand the hikmah of Allah Azza wa Jal. As Allah Azza wa Jal, He says, are khabith and tayyib. Qul la yastawi al khabith wa tayyib. That evil and good are not equal. Walau a'jabaka kathratul khabith. Even if a lot of evil it impresses you. So a lot of good does not necessarily mean, or a lot of something does not necessarily mean that it's good. Also, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ فَقَدْرَ عَلَيْهِ. And He doesn't say, فَأَهَانَهُ رِزْقَهُ. Teaching us adab. Teaching us how to have adab ma Allah Azza wa Jalla. And also, because just because someone did not honor you or honor someone does not mean that they necessarily dishonored them or disgraced them. Just because someone did not put you at the top of the gathering or put you with some type of place or status does not mean that they humiliated you or despised you. So when He tries him, He said, فَقَدَّرَ عَلَيْهِ. He restricted him. He didn't say ahanahu, because it's not an ahana, it's a ibtila. With this, we'll stop, inshallah ta'ala, and we'll come back tomorrow night with the 17th ayah. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.